Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the Forrester manse, Steffy and Eric learn that Brooke slighted Ridge and nearly knocked Taylor over on her way out. Steffy prodigies who she thinks she is. Taylor says she claims she only came CEO to get the company back in their hands. Steffy thinks that's scrap, and Eric feels she should have left when they did. Ridge declares that she betrayed them. Eric complains about Brooke wanting to treat Hope and Carter with Sprat gloves. Steffy says they see right through it. That's why she's working on a plan to trip them. And it all starts with my return to Forrester Creations. At Forrester, Hope and Carter spoon while raving about their new incense line. Fanny arrives in the office and they drink her back. Fanny's sure she can give them exactly what they're looking for. They start testing spices and Fanny says it would be her joy to mate with the company. Just also, Carter is advised that Daphne Rose is in the structure. Fanny gawps, the Daphne Rose? The most notorious nose in Paris? At Bill's place, Luna listens as Elektra, Will, and Bill bandy Remy and how lucky Elektra was to have Will in her corner. Luna bumps a statue and makes a noise. Will pouts, what was that? Bill claims he didn't hear anything. Elektra muses that perhaps it was one of his staff members. She respects the house. Bill shows Will to the door and tells him they'll snare lunch this week. He tells Elektra it was nice to meet her and closes the door. Luna appears and apologizes for hitting into the farmer. Bill smothers that she'll have to be more careful. No bone can know she's living there under house arrest. Is that clear? Luna nods. In Forrester's design office, Elektra tells Will his father is veritably polite. Will doesn't hear that frequently. Elektra says he was quieter than she allowed. Will scoffs that he generally doesn't shut up. He can tell his father liked her. Elektra admits she was nervous. Will warns her not to hear to what people at Forrester say about him. He doesn't have a good character there. He laments that he's in that big house each alone. Elektra's looking forward to getting to know Will's father better. Will jokes, me too. He says his father is mysterious. At Bill's place, he and Luna talk about her trying to kiss him. Bill tells her he doesn't feel that way about her. He looks at her as a son and always will. Luna shafts. Bill wants to help her. She says he formerly has. Bill wants to do further. He wants to take her under his sect and help her fly. He could fluently have been in her shoes. Now I'd like to help someone who's in an analogous situation. That someone is you. In Forrester's main office, Hope gushes to Carter about Daphne Rose. Fanny watches with admiration as she walks past her and into the office. Carter tells the woman he didn't realize as she was coming. Hope asks what brings her by. She says, I'm then to help you. Carter asks if she's there to present. Hope prodigies, do you have any samples for us? Daphne takes off her neck scarf and swells it around. Carter and Hope are blown down by the alluring scent. Daphne says, Forrester. Carter sensations, wow, it's beautiful. Daphne says she'll be in city for many days and walks out. In the corridor, she tells Fanny the account is hers and warns her to pack and leave if she wants to work in Paris again. Fanny falls into line gratefully. In the office, Carter wonders why Rose just showed up there. At the Forrester manse, Eric tells Steffy he loves how devoted she's to the company. Ridge warns they've to do this the right way and let the attorneys take care of this. Steffy says that will take times. They do'n't have that kind of time. She'll go back and be cordial. She'll says she's there to cover her means, but she'll really be there to impale them in the heart for their treason. And I know exactly how to do it. They go over Carter being a fraud. Steffy says they stole the company and should be in jail. Eric assures that Justin is looking into every legal possibility. Steffy has a plan, but the lower details they know, the better. I'm dinged to undermine Hope and Carter, but in a creative way. Rich smiles. At Bill's, Luna insists the girl who killed Tom and Hollis is gone. She took her pain out on others, and it was like an estual of body experience. She'll be thanking him ever and is so thankful. Bill expects her to follow the rules and abide by her house arrest. She's wearing the ankle examiner for a reason. Bill tells her he's heading to the office and will be back. Formerly alone, Luna walks over and gapes at a print of Bill and Will and looks thoughtful. In the design office, Elektra tells Will he's her idol. They embrace and she says she no way wants to let him go. In the main office, Hope and Carter agree that Daphne's incense is exactly what they've looking for. Fanny rejoins them and they apologize for Rose cutting into her time. Fanny urges them to take the chance to work with her. Carter thinks it must be their lucky day. At the Precipice house, Steffy inhales and turns as Daphne walks in and hugs her. She thanks her for coming in. Daphne says, "Anything for you." Steffy's pleased to hear she landed the gig. She inhales again and asks, "What's that scent?" "It's intoxicating." Daphne says, "Forrester." Steffy should have known. She asks, "And your other charge?" Carter's veritably handsome, isn't he? No man can repel her in Paris. What about Carter Walton? Daphne says he'll be putty in her hands. Daphne rose to meet with Carter Walton and Hope Logan. Meanwhile, Fanny Grayson will be back about her own incense pitch for Forrester Creations. Plus, Steffy Forrester Finnegan outlines her plan to get the company back. Steffy doesn't plan on just taking this preemption lying down. Justin Barber can't find a result yet, but is likely still looking. Meanwhile, Steffy has come up with a plan on how to fight back. Steffy will explain this plan to her favorite Bones. It involves a notorious perfumier that enters Forrester Creations as an operative. Steffy explains her plan to her family. Still, there might be some questions about whether this plan will really work. What would be really intriguing is if Brooke, Daphne, and Zen Forrester Dominguez all work together. While Brooke has formerly lost Rich Forrester, she still might want to prove she had pure intentions each on. Interestingly enough, Daphne will go to Forrester Creations to talk about getting an incense line. Still, Carter and Hope also have Fanny, who also wanted an incense line. Still, also 2 incense lines might be okay if Forrester Creations were much larger. Still, Carter and Hope really just need one for the size of Forrester Creations. Daphne meets with Carter and Hope and blows them down. Carter and Hope are impressed by Daphne. Of course, she probably gets some tips from Steffy on how to get him blessing. Steffy needs Daphne in there so she can find out what's going on and how to fight back. It's verified that latterly this week, Brooke Logan gives the green light for Daphne's line. So, that sounds like Fanny is transferred quilting. We might also see what happens as Luna Nozawa ogles that will Spencer through the staircase. Is Will going to be Luna's coming romantic preoccupation? With Luna Hale about Remy Price and Hale of Electra Forrester's fire, what's this angelic periodical killer going to do next? Katie and Ivy are drooling about Electra in the Forrester main office. Katie thinks she should have known Electra wouldn't have posed for similar lascivious prints. Why? Katie, nor the followership, know her from Adam's house cat. Ivy concurs, saying those prints aren't who Electra is. Katie notes the preemption and Ivy understands, saying everything was atomic crazed at the time. Katie says she couldn't risk having those lawless prints get out at such a pivotal time for the company. Ivy understands Katie's moves as she runs PR for the company. What she doesn't get is why Katie didn't simply check in with her before making a move. Katie says she didn't want people to start brooding. She understands Electra should be suitable to do with her body what she wants, but didn't suppose it was a good look for Forrester at the time. Katie and Ivy both hope Electra understands on the back end. Katie hopes whoever is targeting Electra is caught and brought to justice.